Well, I'll try and keep it short because I see that we're running over time. It's my pleasure to be here this evening to be able to meet with all of you. I'd like to thank the CCLA for hosting us and giving us this forum to get to know a little bit about each of the ventures that are putting their names forth. It's not an easy thing. A little bit about myself. I've been practicing law now for 26 years. So I'm halfway through getting my CCLA umbrella, which I'd like in purple. At least I hope to make it that long. But I started out basically as a youngster working for my father, who was a lawyer during the summertime, and closing real estate transactions, going to the registry office with him when it was back on Nicholas Court. So I've been around through a lot of changes. I know I don't look that old, no gray hair today, but all that to say that I've been through different stages in my career. I was a solo practitioner when I was first called to the bar, and I did some criminal law here, which was definitely inspiring transition into the corporate world when I became a general counsel, and then I transitioned my career back into the private practice. So if you're wondering why I did that, I didn't want to move to Toronto. I wanted to stay here in Ottawa because this is where I was born and raised. So I've been 26 years basically practicing business law, but mostly real estate law. And what am I doing here today when there's so many more qualified people than me here? I heard a webinar that was hosted by Sydney Troyster, who I have the utmost respect for, is a real estate practitioner of long standing. And he put out a call to solicitors especially and said, you know what? There's a lack of solicitors at convocation. And I sat back and I thought about it and I went, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. I now understand why when I'm doing a real estate transaction, there are so many things that I can't do because the Law Society tells me I can't do them. But it's because they don't really know what a real estate transaction is all about. The same way on the discipline side, when a lawyer gets disciplined or gets a slap on the hand for doing something on the real estate side, there's not enough solicitors there to explain the process, vet the process. There's a lot of regulations that the Law Society is coming out with, not just on the solicitor side, on the barrister side for sure. We are over-regulated. And I think the common sense of common practice has been taken out of our governance within the Law Society. And that's problematic for you and I who want to practice law. It is problematic and it needs to change. It's not by having more regulations that we're going to stop lawyers from pilfering millions of dollars from their trust accounts. That hasn't stopped anybody. Yet a pet peeve of mine is also on the discipline side. Why does it take 2 years, 3 years to get a lawyer disbarred who took money out of his trust account? I don't understand that either. On the flip side, why does it take months and months and months for the Law Society to throw out a complaint, a frivolous complaint against a lawyer who is working her or his butt off to try to make their clients happy? But it's a frivolous complaint. It has to be addressed, I get it, but there's a manner in which it could be summarily dismissed a lot quicker than it has been. Deficits. The Law Society, if we think of it as a corporation, we are its shareholders. Thank you. We are its shareholders. As a shareholder of a company, if you knew your company was running the deficit that the Law Society is currently running, would you not question the governance? Would you not question what the heck is happening? How come I'm not getting a dividend? Well, this is exactly what we're experiencing right now. So why vote for me as Venture? Because it's time to make a change. It's time to make things happen. And I'm at a point in my career, kids are a little bit older. I've got some time to myself. My practice is running well. I can make that change happen for you. Thank you.